towards the enemy.
So there you have it. Can I get a prediction for you for this next map? Even though
For
this current one is 15 or heading into an overtime session that we'll be bringing you very shortly.
My prediction is that it is going to be an overtime once again.
Really? That's
I think it's going to be overtime for Cobblestone once again. I still think that both sides, they're just going to...
close, huh?
It's just going to be another... They're just going to fight it out.
Yeah.
It's going to be down, if we use boxing analogies, it's going to go down all the way towards the final round.
You don't see something kind of slipping up or a team finding another gear? Because it often happens in a situation like this. We did see that kind of first map on the other stream go towards Liquid against what you would assume to be a favorite in SK. Could that be the scenario here?
Difference is, one is SK. These guys are nowhere near the caliber of SK, where they can just kind of slap themselves and just go, "Oi, guys, what are we doing?"
Slap themselves and say, "What are we doing, huh?"
Because that's just a lineup that's been together for so long that they can just self-reflect and instantly kind of rectify what's going wrong after a map.
So here we have it, the first round. It is an MR3 16K. The double AWP setup does come out on Mitch and Semphis, aka Slemmy, by me. And here we go. Semphis opens up onto ANG, and Davey will take down Daps, and Breezy will take the trade eventually. But the numbers in favor of the guys over on Splyce, still holding on to those double AWPs. So we'll see if NRG can make this work. As we were going over earlier, an interesting little point change up here for overtime contenders. As you don't get as many points as you would have if you win the game in regular time, but you still get the lion's share of the points.
This is a sick lurk from Breezy at the moment. We'll go back to the overtime, but he's found one, knows exactly where Semphis is as well. Picks up the second on the A-bomb site. Breezy, just with a single play, has now opened up the map for NRG and Splyce. They had the advantage, no longer. Is Breezy now locking down Library. There's only one way for them to really go. Mitch might just be heading into his own death because Breezy picks up another headshot and also, nearly finds Rocker. Won't be able to do so, and oh dear.
That is unfortunate to Rocker. He also manages to awkwardly kind of give away his position there with that Q. And now he's got to find the frag. Doesn't really finish off Cirque. Tags him down to 23 and doesn't know where second player is. He now has to watch his flank key because he may get pincered. Bomb does get modded. It's a very difficult thing. And you're still holding your face based on the end of that smoke. And it looks like the first round will be going to the direction of NRG, which is a huge no-scope miss there by Cirque. So he will cover the AWP there in hand. So maybe another double AWP setup coming shortly. But there you go. Breezy almost getting the 5K ace, and just doing some great work on that flank there for NRG.
Absolutely was able to make it work in their favor, and
I mean, that's from a 5-3. That is a huge play for him, especially in this first round of overtime.
Absolutely, because now it just gives them the advantage, gives them confidence that they can just completely rebuy up. And you can just see, Cirque is already on 5K. Just that full purchase, AWP, armor, and all the utility that they want on the T side, and you're sunk down to 5K after 2 rounds, and that's winning. Grenades now, an action happening towards Banana.
Oh, Mitch just trying to get something through that wall bang there, but not finding too much as of the moment. Now just kind of scopes some to the logs area, see if anyone is pushing forward. There is Breezy there, just kind of hovering towards that cubby position, but not giving too much away, waiting for maybe a push on the other end, while Semphis gets taken down to 4 HP. He does have the AWP in hand. Molly will come out as he pushes forward there. Might get a couple of easy kills there, but they will retreat back to the bomb site, playing a passive angle. The spray down comes through. So still no frags open yet. Semphis did get tagged down to 4, and just over a little over a minute to play.
Boost actually being utilized by Splyce to see over that mid-jungle smoke just to make sure Diggity's clean. There is no one there. They'll be able to confirm it as well. Quad. I should say quad. Cirque opening up on towards Roku, who's peeking out in the back of the flashbang. Now it's all to Mitch to hold this B side by himself, and NRG is debating, hey, we know he's coffins. Who's going to draw out the shot? And it is going to be Breezy who's going to fall. Cirque misses the trade opportunity. Smoke's now flying towards Coffin, so looks like his life was a little bit thrown away there. Mitch trying to go for the wall bang. Not aiming low enough means that he's going to miss the shots on towards the bomb planter. Now Splyce, they have to kind of go for this. 4 up, you don't want to be saving this overtime situation. You've got to wait for the smokes to fade though, and only with flashbangs to work with as well. Davey's got a hard time making his way up Nana. 2 people waiting for him.
Yeah, maybe not the ideal situation right now to be playing this double AWP setup, especially in these close quarters. Trying to retake this bomb site might get a lot harder, than it gets easier soon, and it looks like they will be falling off this stage. That bomb's been ticking for a long time. Semphis fortunate not to get spammed through the smoke there. Mitch gets caught out, does a little bit of a 180 and takes Fugly to the face, so we'll save that gun and retreat. In this instance, it is probably the best situation they could have gotten out of this round as NRG take the second round of overtime. to make it 17-15.
NRG now firmly in the lead in this MR3. All they need to do is secure this last T-half, and this is really important for Splyce to actually take both AWPs in towards the next round. They wouldn't have been able to afford it on both sides, so it's really important for them to save it. That said though, double AWP setup hasn't really made an impact so far. Outside the initial few picks in the first round, it's been kind of lackluster ever since then. Nano control coming out, Mitch. Won't spot A&J potentially on the cross towards Logs, and Mitch is still looking down towards mid. A&J on the back of a good play, could find the timing, but no, won't be able to. Will cash this grenade for his troubles though as well. He's down towards 44.
Yeah, so just baiting out that AWP shot from Mitch. Presence now known by NRG, so I don't think they'll be pushing that any time shortly, but there is still some players lurking down towards bottom of Nano, but they have given more of a passive angle. They're giving up that car position. So still 5-on-5 here, and it looks like the bomb is just kind of lurking towards. Nice shot from Mitch there onto A&J, so making that AWP really lock down this bomb side in this situation. But unfortunately, Semphis hasn't been as impactful at this early stage as the bomb does head up towards his direction. We'll see if he can hold this down. The boost not paying off for Drone. Also, Davey not being able to trade out the kill there, so now it is all down to Semphis with that MVP. Hopefully he can make something worse. Gets one through the flash on the wallbang, but does get taken out very quickly by his counterpart, Cirque. So now it's a 3-on-2, absolutely nothing left to say for here as we head into the second half of overtime. It's a 2-on-3 situation. Cirque is on 27, but there's still a couple of mollies here, so this could be the breaking factor in this round. Roka does know that someone is in the pit there, but here we go. Ultimate patience coming out from NRG. Cirque takes the frag, and now they can just kind of go. Maybe take the sneaky peek. It is down to a 1-on-1. Roka has a feeling he knows Daps is in there. He's jumping around, trying to take the shot. And unfortunately, Daps comes out on top, so unlucky there not to clutch out the round. And that is a clean sweep here for the first half of overtime.
Yeah, all NRG need is one more round.
Uno mas.
One more to secure themselves an overtime victory and the 2 points for the Pro League. And they got tons of money to play with as well.
So, Karath, tell us about the 2 points and 1-3.
It's a change for the season. If it goes into overtime, you win, you get 2 points.
I tried to build that up for you.
Oh,
so
okay.
Exciting. Tell us in an exciting manner how the point system works in overtime.
I can't. It's just, it's just points, man.
Give me something, please, man.
It's early days still. It's day one, week one of the start.
No, I think what it is,
start.
It's a nice way to make sure that all teams, we've discovered this way where we can be superfluous in the way we distribute the points.
What does superfluous mean anyway?
It means that the points in overtime get distributed, so everyone has a piece. Lion share 2 points going towards the winning team, and the losing team getting 1. So there is a reason to fight towards that overtime and maybe make it a little bit more interesting. How do you think this point system works? Like, do you think it's a good adaptation?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It gives more emphasis on teams closing it out in regulation time as opposed towards trying to bait it towards overtime. And also rewards the teams that manage to struggle it in towards overtime as well. It just goes, you know what, here's the consolidation prize.
Yeah.
Even
absolutely.
if you do lose it, here you go, here's at least a point. And it does kind of make it coming in towards tiebreaker situations, coming in towards that finals period where everyone wants to kind of make their way towards top of the table, becomes so important. But back towards the game.
Back to the game, not an identical setup exactly, but very close double AWP setup for the guys on NRG on the CT side, held by A&J and Cirque. We'll see if they can lock down the sights here. And 18-15, so very close game all the way to the end. Splyce had it at 14-13. Unfortunately, we did get DC'd for a little while. Brought it back here, and it looks like the ever so inching odds you gave to NRG will be coming true very shortly, maybe.
Potentially.
Potentially.
By chance, so.
By chance. No, you are a great analyst, mate. Don't take anything away from it. Very Australian sentence.
Jungle pressure coming out right now. They have top mid control in the hands of Splyce. 40 seconds left to still execute on towards the bomb site. Only the single smoke grenade to really go through, so they do have to chance their way forward with a single flashbang, and Cirque wide peeking will be punished. Now it's a wrap on towards Jungle, and Breezy, what are you doing, mate? You can't just charge in towards that many Ts, and Daps, oh my god, so many lines to check. He's going to find one, but he can't find the second, and Splyce have struck back. A little bit of life just yet. 2 on 4. They're going to get the bomb plant down in default, and really the Jungle cracking under pressure. Semphis also getting another pick, and A&J, whoa, chaining together some nice hops right there. 50-50 really. Yeah. And it's going to back out. So
yeah, it's going to hold on to his AWP. So almost the mirror image of the first round we saw go the other way towards NRG. Splyce, they do have a little bit of life left, maybe fighting only for the second overtime right now, but still a few more rounds left to play, and they do have that looming pressure of match point for each of them. Having said that, 4 up, economy should not be a problem at this stage in. ANJ will get over that orb, lets his position known, but the bomb is ticking away, so he should be safe. Mitch is closing in bomb. He needs to make this frag, and he may actually go down here with the orb, which is not good. That's going to be costly then, and Molly comes in afterwards to toast his already discarded corpse. So, not being able to save the orb there, a little bit worse for wear than when Splyce had it on the flip side of the coin.
What flowers are those? Maybe if we can figure out when they bloom, then we can determine truly what season it is.
Oh yes, going back to when we were determining them. Yeah, so if we can find out what flowers they are, we can determine that. But more importantly, we need to determine who will win this game heading into Cobblestone. NRG sitting on map point. Let's see what can happen. Only the single orb they're opting for, but who knows what they would have decided. They did double orb. They lost it, trying to save it, and now it's only Cirque.
Much smarter decision as well. There's no need to have 2 orbs in the play, especially if it's had no impact. A-Site was lost on the back of a weak jungle defense just on the single orb. Having more rifles just means a little bit more versatility. They are going to be boosting up Fugly on towards this B bomb site. Splyce angling themselves heavily towards Nana so far, but still a lot of time for them to move.
Indeed. So that was very interesting there as well when Cirque did get taken down holding that Archer's position, and then Breezy just kind of tries to put his pop flash out and do a hero play. Maybe not necessarily the best way to go about it, but I mean, he does have a couple of rounds in hand, so we'll see what he can come up with in this round. But it looks like there's a heavy presence. Got Nana control. Roka just kind of feeling out, waiting for this smoke to dissipate. And Bomb still unsure of where it might be heading, so we'll see as the clock is ticking away. So a bit more of an extended round here for the guys on Splyce, as they do look like they're making their way up to the top of Nana, but they could just let there be presence known. A couple of nades down, it looks like they will be rotating out with the difference of drone just kind of hovering around there, making sure that the play's committed and the rotate comes
over
through.
Rotation.
Yeah. There you have it, as drone gets taken out, the rotate comes back through, but might be a little bit too little too late. As Cirque does find Davey, and Daps in a nice little position there, and Pit does get the 1, so now it's down to Semphis all by himself. He has got Bomb in hand, 10 seconds left, so he must plant, but to hold this out with an AWP, he's going to get taken from a couple of angles here. If he can find the early one, it's to Cirque. They give him a very chance, but they're being very passive here. They know this is their round to lose.
Good surround coming in from NRG as well. This is the round that they have to take. 3-on-1. ANJ coming out of Carbs. Oh, Semphis misses it, but even if he did hit it, I don't think there was really much else that Semphis could do because he's surrounded from 2 sides. They do manage to take it. There we have it. The balloons coming out, celebrating NRG's victory. But it's just map number 1. We still have map number 2 for these guys coming up.
We do. So NRG take that in OT over Splyce. Very hard-fought game there with a couple of little pauses in between just to build to that excitement. And now we do have Cobblestone coming up. So, based on that performance there in OT, can I poke you for some more insight? Or still just might as well flip a coin?
Most likely it's going to be favoured a lot more heavily towards NRG now. So if we're talking about odds, because we were talking about odds close by, it was like 55 to 45. I would say now it's kind of gone NRG, probably 70 to 30. Because we're going on to NRG's map pick, and if they start off, it depends where Splyce really want to start off on the team. I still believe they'll pick T to start off on. NRG will start off CT. If they have a good start, able to roll it forward, it will be their map. I'd say more convincingly. They've got that momentum going behind them now. So
and momentum means so much. Do you take a couple of replays coming up here early on in the game there? We did see that kind of nice start starting out and the back and forth that did happen. Splyce picked up that 5-0 that you did call. And NRG, just with some prudent economy management, managed to struggle it back to a very close half indeed. As close as it can get, actually.
Now, that was the crucial round where they were able to win that round on the back of pistols. And then this round happened. 5 rifles are still up after the buy round. And Jay also joined in the party as well. Notice that all 5 rifles once again up. This is where I think it starts getting a little bit. This is the difference. See, Semphis, he's by himself at the moment, goes in, gets 1, gets 2, and also picks up the 3rd later on, just not outside of camera. This is Breezy's 4 kill. It was really just a highlights of different sides. You know, they were punching back and forth, both of them wanting to be the star player to win them win it for the team.
Absolutely, as we saw with that. Maybe what would have been a little bit of a brain fart flashing out and trying to take this very similar position on that first half of the second, that first round of the second half of overtime. Was a sentence to get out there, but Couple of nice rounds here. Really, Splyce did kind of break away at one stage there. And it did get to 14-13, we did see, but NRG just digging deep and eventually taking the 2 points.
They were 12-8 up, I just realised. Splyce were up 12-8 on their CT half with Mayu to play with. And slowly but surely, NRG were able to crawl back.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about momentum going into that overtime, and may have been a little bit more difficult there just to kind of feel that because we did have that extended break due to the technical difficulties we did suffer. But, I mean, Splyce had 12-8. They also had 14-13, and then they went into overtime, and now they've lost overtime. Just going back further into the map, there is a lot of kind of tilt factor there, potentially going to Cobblestone.
As well as the fact that they're forcing up too much.
Yeah.
And that's really what it boiled down to, it felt like on the CT side. Just eco it out, man. They lacked so much utility on crucial rounds. They kept forcing up. Your money's never going to be good. You might as well just sack around and just go, all right, we'll try to do as much damage as possible. And then next round, we'll have all the utility we can use. Because that's where Splyce's success revolved around, is that utility use. Any round without utility, it was NRG's effectively. Any round that Splyce did have